Hey everybody, hope all is well. Welcome to the shipyard here. In front of me today, I thought we'd get right into it with some aircraft carrier builds, and already got a couple inquiries about them. And I don't have any quite finished yet, but if you go to my Facebook page and for Ed's Wooden Warship, if you're not a member, just join up, and you can see in the archives, I've made about uh, 6 or 7 of them so far in the past, and I can't remember them all. But I got one right here, and so it's still a little ways off. It's a flight deck, and I got the 3 basic components for it. And one thing about flight decks is, far as aircraft carriers, as far as the length on them, I'm kind of guessing a little bit. To tell you the truth, when I do find the length and width for these things, I'm just kind of assuming that they are the length of the flight deck, not the hull, but the flight deck. Most of the other ships I build, the number I use for the length I use for the hull, and but on these things I use them numbers for the flight deck. So I don't know how accurate I am with these things, but they are, like I said, approximately scaled. So I'm approximately building these things to about 350 scale. So one reason is of course their size. Right behind it you can see a Knox class frigate, and that's being built in 200 scale. So if I were to build this aircraft carrier in 200 scale, it'd be about 6 or 7 foot long, easy, if not longer. I'm just guessing at that, but it would be huge. So another thing, 350 scale is you can get some pretty cool aircraft for it. They're not hard at all to buy accessories for, and you get them all different eras. Everything from I think that's a Hornet, Tomcat. Uh, F4 Phantom, a Tomcat ready to launch, and so that's not a problem. You can get all the little cranes and push carts and everything for these things. So before I get any more further into that, because I'll still make more videos on stuff like that in the future, but I just wanted to get into a basic startup on these things. So let me move these airplanes out of the way here so that I can take this top off. There's basically 3 components to when I make these things. The island will come separate. There's going to be all holes and stuff. Most of these aircraft carriers, I can add LED lighting. You can see it here on the flight deck. All the holes that I drilled out. There'll be LED lights in there for so you can turn the flight deck on at night. So the flight deck is made from plywood, probably about like an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch thick plywood, something like that, 3/16, anything like that will work. And when I get done cutting it on the outside, I like to ring the whole thing around with some 1/4 inch wide strips of wood, and I'll go around the whole outer perimeter with that. The back and the front a little bit different. So that is the flight deck part, and I do have a pattern that I work off to make these. This is only for, well, the most popular so far are these Kitty Hawk and type carriers. So I do have a pattern that I use to trace these out with when I get it. So I just lay this down and draw out what I need. I do sometimes got to do a little bit of research and make sure that things are still the same a little bit, and if I got to make a variation. But for the most part, I can use this pattern for all the Kitty Hawk style. I've got it, let me see, for these guys here. So I'll set that aside. And for the hull, like I said, the hull I'll actually make to whatever size the carrier is going to be. So usually I make them about 35, 36 inches long. This is the very beginning. There's still going to be some cuts and notches out because this elevator you will be able to operate this elevator up and down. And of course the back I'll square up, and I'll whatever it looks like looking at pictures and stuff like that. Like I said, they're always a little bit different back there, so I kind of leave this area left for room to grow, I guess you can say. So it's just the beginning, but for those that were asking kind of how these things are done, like I said, I'll make a lot more videos on how these carriers are put together. There's still a lot more to go on this. So anyway, that's my Veterans Day video. I hope everybody has a good day today, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye for now.